Welcome back to SwitchCorner. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite deals coming in under $10 or your local currency, and I'm covering here Switch eShops in the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. A shout out then to Manscaped for sponsoring today's video. It truly is appreciated. We'll talk about that a little later in the video, but with that, hit subscribe for reviews, deals, lists, all that good stuff near daily at this point. The support is truly appreciated, and let's get started. Alright, so 17 games for you all today. A word of warning here, though it is still a quiet week for those in the UK, EU and Australia. They really need to get things moving again in those regions, but to save you time here, you will find the 7 available in all regions to open the video. I will then let you know when we go US and Canada only, so you can either region hop, add them to the wish list, or even drop off the video. First up then, the TakeOver. It's back, matching the low price, 75% off. Now I reviewed this one on the channel, that link is in the pinned comment down below, and I'm a big fan of this game. It's influenced by Streets of Rage, no question about it, but I think they did a great job, fun levels, some vehicle based moments even, and a story set around saving your friend's child. It's, it gets called a clone a lot, of Rage 4, and yes, it's clear their love for that game is here, but just know this one, it was in development for years prior to it. While I'm on beat 'em ups then, Bud Spencer and Terence Hill slap some beans, and this it's overlooked, but I can also see why. It's just so much better than I ever expected. Now for many, they won't recognise these names, the names of the title characters, but they are actors famous for comedies and spaghetti westerns. This game, it takes you through what is a number of different film sets, so it has some great pixel work, and without knowing the actors, genre fans, you should still absolutely enjoy it. It's a new low price then, 75% off. Terraria then is a great deal. It's exclusive to the UK, EU and Australia currently, but 60% off, a new low price. Now I've spent some time with this game, but nowhere near the thousands of hours many out there have. It's an action sandbox adventure, though the fan base is huge, though, thanks to its kind of combat, 400 enemies, items, there's just all sorts going on here. You can even get creative, and it definitely draws comparisons to Minecraft as well, if that's kind of your thing. That is thanks to what is the base elements. A shout out then to Manscaped for sponsoring today's video. They've joined forces with us here at SwitchCorner, and it is seriously appreciated. Super proud of this one. Not only are they the leaders in below the waist grooming, but they've partnered then with the Testicular Cancer Society to spread awareness for men's health and early detection, something that can, impact all men, and it's the most common form of cancer in those aged 15 to 35. This partnership then, it's the We Save Balls initiative, 10 out of 10 on the name, that is for sure, and the set I have here from them today, that is the 4.0 Performance Package, their latest innovation. That's going to be the trimmer, deodorant, toning, and a free travel bag, and boxers, which I'll put it out there, incredibly comfortable. This set then, it even includes the Weed Whacker as well. That trimmer though, it's waterproof, cordless, no nicks or cuts, always a good thing for sure. There's a garden light because, well, convenience. The deodorant, toning, that kind of speaks for itself. And then I especially like the Weed Whacker. That's going to be for the ears and nose, something I never knew I needed in my life, but I'm impressed, and so is the wife. And this ain't my first set either from Manscaped. Full transparency, I previously owned the 3.0 set as well. They've hooked us up then though with a discount code in the pinned comment down below. That's going to be free shipping, 20% off, and they also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. With Valentine's Day coming up though, treat yourself or a loved one. It's a whole new balls game, love that line as well. And Manscaped, they are absolutely leading the charge. Download the Checker app as well in partnership with the Testicular Cancer Society over on the website. I want to give one quick shout out then to the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 collection, Planescape Torment, Icewind Dale collection, and Neverwinter Nights. Now I won't go into detail here, I spoke about them like a week ago, but old school classic fantasy RPGs, one of the best deals we've seen in some time, and it's coming to an end. Watch a review though, see if they're going to be for you, and pick them up while you can. They are all 80% off, and that deal, it ends soon, so I had to give them, just one last shout out. Alright, so from here on out, US and Canada deals only, and we're starting with Biped. This co-op game I loved. It featured on my top co-op games list, and I also reviewed it. Now both of those videos find them in the pinned comment down below. The idea though, two robots working together to light these sort of beacons of sorts to save this planet. It's not a deep story this one, but the controls, they are creative because you're controlling each leg independently. Fun in single player though, and it's also then the fact that the single player missions and the co-op missions are actually completely different, so it's almost two games in one. 55% off though, that is a new low price. Tanuki Justice then is a great run and gun experience though. Think here less bullets, more throwing stars, and you get the idea. It supports up to 2 players, but just a warning, it is not an easy game at all, with it often embracing, the world of almost bullet hell. A nice selection though of enemies to take down, and I love the retro visuals as well. It's one of those easy to kind of understand, the controls at least, but difficult to overcome. 53% off though, that matches the low price. The Hong Kong Massacre then, and it's another one I mentioned maybe a few weeks back, but with the sale coming to an end, I wanted to give you just one final reminder. It still has a week to go, but just a great deal. A new low, 75% off. Think here, top down, run and gun, almost like your Hotline Miamis of the world, but it's embracing that John Woo aerial acrobatics vibe, and it just feels fantastic. Its only shortcomings here, there's a few weird kind of like rooftop missions that ask you to jump over these gaps, and then the bosses, there's not many of them, but they definitely do not work. Katamari Damacy REROLL then, and this it's a rebuild with new visuals, cutscenes, and of course shiny HD. The gameplay, it is simple but addictive as you play a prince out to rebuild the stars in the sky that have been destroyed. Now to do this, you're going to be rolling this kind of ball around the world, scooping things up. It kind of like sticks to them. It's really that simple. The ball gets bigger and now you'll need to navigate even further. You'll basically steal anything in your way. It's really good fun though, and it's rocking 75% off, matching the low price. Jenny LeClue Detectivu then is a fantastic pickup for point-and-click adventure fans out there. I loved everything about it, from its cartoon visual style to the voice acting to the music, and yeah, it's a decent runtime as well, like right around the 10-hour mark. Story-wise though, you fancy yourself as this kind of detective, you're just a young kid. But this kid gets more than they bargained for when your mother is accused of murder. Now you need to prove their innocence. Now it's not the hardest in the genre for sure, but it's really a lot of fun. It may even be a good one to maybe, introduce a younger audience to the genre. You can't complain then as well, 88% off, that is matching the low price. Children of Zodiarcs then is a personal favourite. It's a bit of a hidden gem this, and it's matching the low price here, 60% off. Now I really like the visuals. At first, gotta admit, it took me a little while to get used to them, but then I found the charm in its design. Story-wise, you are part of a band of thieves. You're looking to steal this relic, things go wrong, and now you are on the run. It's a story-driven tactical RPG, one of the best in my eyes on the Switch, and it works on a deck system as well here, so I think card deck building. Watch a full review though, make sure it's going to be the game for you. God Eater 3 then is another personal favourite. While I loved Monster Hunter Rise, I wasn't all that keen on Generations. It felt like I spent way too much time on load screens, so this was actually my alternative. And this one, it's an anime style experience. Think post-apocalyptic world taking down these massive beasts. You use here what are called Zodiarcs. These are massive weapons, and it's very similar to Monster Hunter, as I say, like you're playing solo or online to take down what are known as the Origami. I think it stands up to this day though, and it's matching the low here, 84% off. SteamWorld Quest then sees a new low price, 65% off, and I think it's fair to say here, if it's got SteamWorld in the name, you know you are getting top quality. This is probably my favourite, and while they've approached a lot of genres now, this is them tackling the RPG card deck world. It's the usual affair, honestly, tons of battles, tons of cards and adventure through this almost steampunk world, but they just have so much polish as a studio. In fact, it's really about time I get around to releasing my top deck builder video. I'll look at doing that over the next week or so. Into the final 3 games of the video then, starting with Banner of the Maid. Now I've seen mixed opinions around this one, but I fall into the camp of those that just really enjoyed it. It's a turn-based strategy game, small scale battles as well, perfect for the Switch, but it was the setting that won me over. Early 19th century and an alternate take on the French Revolution. It's all about though improving that commander through war as you factor in these different unit types, different maps, there's events that take place, there's environmental effects, and then there is terrain as well. Now I'm a fan of the genre, and this is more of a hidden gem in it. A new low price, 50% off. Our penultimate game of the video then, Blue Fire, it's back, matching the low price, 50% off, and this one, the common comparison, the common call out, that is 3D Hollow Knight. Now I can absolutely see it, but then I'd say throw in almost a dash of that Solder 5 as well. The combat's great fun though, as is the exploration, but my favourite bit, it was the upgrades, and then also there's these kind of like survival areas where you face increasingly brutal platforming challenges. The world is unique though, a kingdom that's kind of crumbling, and you set out now to uncover the secrets of this, what is I guess a forgotten world. Closing us out then, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. It is here again, matching the low price, 80% off, and this is a steal. Now sure, it's not the remastered edition of a console's gut, but it still looks fantastic, especially in handheld. That's really going to be down to the fact it's like the timeless nature of Studio Ghibli who were behind the artwork. Now sadly they weren't involved with the sequel, which makes this to me the standout entry, and it tells the story of a young boy in a fantasy world following what we'll call a family issue. It's definitely touching stuff, you know, it's beautiful writing, and then the gameplay, the world, it's just stunning, and then it's a hybrid of turn-based this one. It's kind of part free movement, but then menu management for your actions. This is a must-buy this one and worthy of anyone's collection. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? Another shout out then, a thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring today's video, and of course then a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.